We are back. Dang, I wish you guys were this excited and this on top of the ball with all my other streams. Goodness sakes. Alright. We have a long list. Well, okay. Give me a second. You guys trying to claim all your spots already. Devin wanted 5th. Dominic wanted 2nd. I'm going right from the beginning of the chat where you guys started calling out numbers, and I'm going from there. Yeah, Dominic, you'll be 2nd. That's fine. Demetrius, you'll be 1st. Oh gosh, how you spelled Demetrius? Sure. If I spelled that wrong, I apologize. Zulfikar Ali, what up? Unknown, you want 7th? Okay. Dang, there's so many of you already in the chat. My heavens. Yeah, the music is a banger. Okay, well, oop, there we go. That's the lister at the moment. Sound like a plan? Wait, Demetrius, you want... Wait, what? Wait. FNAF Master, are you not Demetrius? Am I remembering that wrong? FNAF Master, are you Demetrius? Like Demetrius, DeMarcus, Bartholomew, whatever the rest of the name is? Or am I thinking of someone else? Okay, I'm thinking you were someone else. Demetrius is not here. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I remembered that wrong. Mobby. So okay. Giovanni Rodriguez. That's right. That's right. I just realized there is a delay. So like YouTube itself has a delay. But then as you can see on the screen, that's how long it takes for that message to come out, which is like quite a long time. So my restream chat is on a massive delay. YouTube itself's delay isn't that bad. So yeah. Hey Vince, what's up? I'll just close that for now. Okay, well I still need a number 1 spot. Otherwise, Dominic, you're first. Vince, you want to be fourth? I need number 1. Otherwise, Dominic, you're in here. I never started the counter. Oops. Or number 1, I don't really care. Okay, Vince, let's put you on number 1 just because Dominic's gonna have a fit if he's not 2nd, apparently. Also, want is spelt with an A, not an O, Dominic. I've noticed you're doing that consistently. It's W-A-N-T. W-O-N-T means a whole different thing. Alright, Vince, you're up. Good? Cool. Yeah. What was the loadout I was working on? Why was I running this build? Chat, I don't even know why I was grinding. Sure. Let's just run with this. I don't know. I really don't.
It's go time. The spirits of the harvest awaken.
I messed up, chat. My opener's bad. No! I meant to put druids. I haven't played in so long. No! Mistakes were made. Mistakes have been made. Uh-oh. This ain't good. This is not good at all. At all. Well.
Not getting through.
Rip me. Alright, we should be okay. Four druids should be enough, right? Oh no, I should have started with the Dartling. What? I'm an idiot. My name is Who Loves ISM. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Y'all were practicing for this? Well, I wasn't. In fact, I just updated the game right before the stream started. You're using Tech Iceville. Okay. Sounds good. Chat, I'm out of touch. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Necromancer Operation Dark Storm, so we're good. Sounds good. Waiting for my friend. Oh, so I can watch for some time. Sounds good.
Not getting through.
I like late game. Okay. Ooh. This is what I get for not playing battles for a month and a half, and there being 3 or 4 updates since I left. How's everyone been? It's been forever, right? Because I know a lot of you don't come to any other of my other streams. Y'all only care about my Bloons stuff. Which only makes me a little sad, but it's okay. Hey, Jaden, what's up? I mean, streams lately because school. You know, that's perfectly fine. Well, hopefully summer's up for everyone, right? At least, like, I know in the United States, most high schools are graduated by now, right? Gaming with friends, yeah, that's basically it. Sounds like a good kid life. I remember doing that when I was younger. I'm gonna play these, you know, whippy. Here's the thing, chat. I don't know any of the strats, and if you guys want to go OP strats on me, that's fine. I just use you guys to build up my XP for my towers. You know this. We've been doing this for, like, ever now. Is it raining where I'm at? No, actually, it's completely clear sky. I live in a desert, so that's why. gonna get myself to at least 1,000 eco, and then we'll be okay. 24 if I bads with tech and village. What, do they like buff tax or something? Or tax the meta again? Still have 3 more weeks of school. Oof. It's a little rough, I gotta admit. Attacks are OP now. Well, okay. Well, that's good to know. Can you build pools there? And if you could, how would it work? You're in a desert. I have the most important question ever to ask you. So we're considered a desert just because our precipitation is under a certain threshold. We do get enough moisture to support civilization. We have plenty of swimming pools. In fact, my current job is I'm a manager at one of those pools. I started working at this specific pool as a teenager, as my first job as a lifeguard, and then I've just kind of jumped back and forth from the job over the years. I've worked at plenty of other places, right? But anytime there's like a good pay raise there or a new like higher up position open, and it's just like, you know, I would make more there than I have been at my current jobs, I'll do it, because, you know, why not? So that's where I'm at currently. So I've always kind of jumped back and forth. Started as just a basic lifeguard. I started doing swim lessons and coaching and like leading some of the activities and projects. Became a supervisor, and then now I'm a manager. Well, duh. I don't plan on winning this. Farmer's back though is the best eco late game, but oh, I see. It's best eco for the late game, but usually you don't want to have that for the late game. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Rush around 38. Okay, sure. That's fine with me. So the place where I'm at right now, because, you know, we're a desert, but we live up in the high mountains. I think my altitude's like, my base altitude is 4,000 feet, which I'm trying to think about what that is in meters above sea level. Maybe 1,000 meters above sea level. A little more than that. Maybe close to like 1,500 meters above sea level. So high mountains, right? And then on top of that we have... Oh, come on, kill the fortifieds. There we go. But when storms come in, they rain down in our mountains, which are even higher elevation. I think the highest peak in my area is like 8,000 feet, so double that. And then usually a ton of snow falls up there and it slowly melts into where we live down in the valleys. That's how we keep our water throughout the summer and whatnot, even though it's like blazing hot. But the last couple of years we haven't been getting as much snowfall up in the mountains, so our like water reserves and our wells and reservoirs and whatnot aren't being filled up as fast, and they're being drained faster than they can fill. Slowly, but ever surely, we're losing water in our area, so it's kind of a scary time with global warming and whatnot. It's kind of the main contributor to all of this. Janie, you want to be part of the queue? Sounds good. I'll shove you for fourth. No offense, Dominic, I'm kind of ignoring your messages since you're just sitting there complaining about the strat. Yeah, speaking of like graduation earlier, hopefully, I don't know if any of you guys are graduated high school or its equivalent. I think a lot of you guys are way too young for that. But if you are, congrats, you finally made it past, you know, essentially the majority of the schooling you'll ever need to do. Graduation for me, I graduated my high school back in 2016-ish. So a number of years ago. I want to do round 39, okay. Agent Wah, what up? Love the frogs. But graduation for me was pretty great. We were at a sports event center. So instead of like a basketball court or something up, they took it on the stage, or they set up a stage, and then we were all seated down below to receive our diplomas and whatnot. Back then, the whole controversy and stuff, and like regards to like transgender people or the LGBTQ community, which, you know, happy Pride Month and everyone. I don't know, just measures weren't made for that kind of stuff, so they had to split up boys and girls. Girls wore one color, the boys wore another color, and they had to sit like boy girl boy girl. But luckily, like at that point in my high school life, I was pretty good friends with everyone in my grade. Not best friends, and it's not like I hung out with all of them all the time. But there was like a good percentage of them where it's like if I sat next to them during graduation, I knew we had fun, right? It'd be a fun time. I knew them. We could laugh and joke and be comfortable around each other. So that's what happened. I was around some of my best friends and some other people who got distracted storytelling. GG's. Yeah, it was cool. After we got our diplomas, which took forever. I think it was my principal was freaking talking for so long. I think his like graduation speech took about half an hour, just his alone, and we had about 10 speakers. But yeah, other than that, it was a fun time. And then later that night we had a grad party hosted from my school. It's to encourage kids and like, you know, not go out to private parties and get drunk, wasted, and do dumb stuff, right? Oh, can you only fit 3? Sure, we'll do that, because so we had this super late night party at a rec center near my place. Not the same one I work at, but what happened was we get there, I think it started at like 9 or 10 p.m. and it went on till 4 a.m. So I felt really bad for the employees there and all the staff that had to be there to help kind of supervise us. But there was a ton of fun stuff to do. All right, Dominic, get in here. It's your turn. Yeah, so they had to watch us, but there was a ton of fun activities. We were able to be in the pool till about midnight or 1 a.m. The party started at 8. It's like 8 o'clock is when we all kind of got there. We could stay till about midnight, which is when the pool's closed too. But for us, it was like, if we were still there after midnight, they kind of kept us there. They didn't want us driving home just like at a whim after that. They kind of want us to stay there and be safe. I think it's just like a safety concern. Trying to think. Do I need to change anything? I don't think so. Oh, I might have changed Super Monkey with like someone else. Anyways. But yeah, so we had the swimming pools till then. We had the little hamster balls. You know, like those big balls you put around yourself and you can like play bumper cars essentially with them. Super fun. We had that for a while. We had a photo booth where you could take some free photos. I think that's like the only pictures I have from the whole night. Wait, can you not afford? Oh no, you can. Okay. Alright. Hey, Finn. Suck a little. Don't worry, you saw me last game. I completely started off wrong. So yeah, as the night went on, we got really tired, really groggy, but it was so much fun. And then at the very end, we did a raffle just to earn some free stuff. I don't think I earned any, or I won anything that night. But I had a friend who won plane tickets, so that was cool. She took her best friend to go like see a concert or something. Actually, it's the same friend who made this, the background there. That friend. So I get home at like 4 a.m. I'm exhausted. I've been up since like 5 a.m. the day before, because my graduation was like right at the beginning of the morning. I think I had to be at the event center at 7, and it was a half-hour drive. So I had to wake up early just to make sure I had everything, and everything was looking good. I myself didn't look good because I didn't care what I looked like, so I looked like an idiot, but that's besides the point. Get home, go to bed, then I woke up like 3 hours later because I was supposed to go to the amusement park the next day with a ton of other friends. And so we did that. Running off of like 3 hours of sleep. We were all exhausted. It was awful. About 4 hours into the amusement park, I got utterly obliterated in this like area. It's really weird to talk about because a lot of you are super young, but there's this area between like my front privates and my butt. Just like this little area. It's called the gooch. I got uppercutted there from one of the roller coaster seats because I was hopping off, but it's like a one connected arm, and there's like a big thing in the middle to keep you from sliding off, so you had to like jump over that. So I go to jump over that, but this really big dude jumped off at the same time, so it rocked the whole thing, and I just got uppercutted right there. It was awful. Launched me in the air and everything. So that hurt so bad. And so what happened after getting that injury? It was about 12 o'clock or something. All the muscles down there were just going ham. Hold up. Did my chat die? No, everyone's just gone. Okay, that's fine. So essentially my body was just constantly like, yeah, all my muscles down there were just going ham, and I had to sit on a toilet for a month straight after that. It was awful. I left. My friends stayed because they had their car, but they didn't stay for too much longer. They were all exhausted. They're just like, well, Kimmy left, so we're just gonna go home and sleep. And yeah, so that's how I spent the first month outside of graduation. Literally like 5 or 6 hours after I graduated, get injured, had to be bedridden-ish. Like I had to sleep next to the bathroom for a month. Then I got my wisdom teeth out immediately after I recovered from that. And then I went on this kind of, what's the best way to describe it? It's called Trek, but what it is just like kind of a religious outing, just to support like the heritage of the founding of like the area where I live. So with all of that, it's you go on like a week-long expedition. You only have like, you have no technology really. You just try to live as the people did back in the 1800s. And you just kind of walk the same path they did. It's really cool. It's a good, just like sentimental event and moment. But I did that immediately, like still recovered from my wisdom teeth surgery. So that was no fun. Both of us and my brother on the yellow stadium. Sweet. I haven't gotten past the yellow stadium in about 4 seasons now. So that works. And then Hunter, I'll put you on for place 6. I'll try to remember the DM you, but just be here in like an hour or so to check up on it. Yeah, those are my fun high school graduation stories. I missed that time. That was a fun day. Enjoy it, kids. Enjoy your time with your friends and spending that much time around them. Remember, you always think the grass is greener on the other side. But embrace the moment now, because you'll eventually get there. You will. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But enjoy your school days. I think my favorite years of school were 6th grade. Just because my entire 6th grade class, there's 3 classes total, so about 90 kids. We all got to know each other really well by the time we were in 6th grade. It's the last year of our elementary, because my state does it differently. It's like kindergarten through 6th grade, and then 7th through 9th, 10th through 12th. It's not, I know it's not the case for a lot of other places, but 6th grade was fantastic. I think I was like 10 or 11, but we had a lot of fun there. 9th grade was amazing. It's when I started getting more confident talking around women. I had a lot of like chick friends. Don't want to say girlfriends because that gives off the wrong impression. 12th grade was fun. It was okay. I think I enjoyed junior year more. Can be 19th. Oh, it's the same there for K through 6. I think that's a good system because I feel like 7th graders are just too. Or sorry, I think 6th graders are still too young to be in middle school. So I liked having that in elementary because it's just at that age where it's like, let them be the mature ones, learn that, and then shove them into middle school and have all their hopes and dreams crushed. As they're surrounded by a ton of like 13, 14-year-olds. And the 9th graders, same thing. It's like, you're not quite ready for the multitude of 17, 18-year-olds that is 12th grade. So let's not have you guys be around them all the time, unless you're in sports, but. That's why I really enjoyed 9th grade. And then senior year, I was just depressed. So it wasn't the best year for me. And then I think the best year of my life was 2019. Like pre-COVID. Like that was just a good year. I was in super great shape. I had a job I loved, a system that was going. My classes were just fine. I made a ton of new friends because all my current friends were off on their religious service mission still for our church. Because I was one of the first to leave, so first to come back. So when I came home, none of them were there. But yeah, I made just a ton of great new friends. Had a grand old time, and then COVID came and kind of screwed everything up, and now the only good thing that came out of COVID for me was starting streaming and doing this for you guys. What's up, Sniper? I just got out of school. Can I be 10th? Sure. The 7th graders are idiots. Well, yeah. There's no questions about that. I was an idiot 7th grader. Are you kidding me? think I'm trying to think, like, how was my 7th grade? I think I tried to take over the popularity I had in 6th grade to 7th grade, but I just didn't have it. Just because the dynamic of 7th grade changed so much. Like, the standard for being popular became something that I was not willing to chase, which is completely fine, right? It just didn't fit with the kind of personality I had and the ethics and morals that I hold. But it was kind of just a slap to the face life-wise. So I had to like reassess everything and just kind of figure out like, what kind of friends do I attract? Like, what group would I fit in? And that's when I found my little Asian gang. A good chunk of them went to elementary school together, so a lot of them were already friends. But we shared a lot of the same interests and commonalities, besides the fact that we were all somewhat Asian. We're all just very nerdy, right? A lot of them were into basketball, and I was like, you know, I kind of play basketball a little bit in my spare time. I'll just play with them. I was by no ways the best player. I suck at basketball. But I played a lot with them, and I think that kind of contributed to a little bit of improvement on my part. But I just became good friends with them. And that stuck throughout high school, all the way to graduation. Some of them became pretty popular, so that was kind of our in. I had a different friend group that introduced me to a lot of like the women's side of the populars. So I made a lot of friends there and kind of introduced the two groups together, because none of them could talk to girls. So I was kind of that bridge for them. That was fun to see. What's with the 1v1 list? So I 1v1 people during the stream. So right now I'm playing Dominic, and it's just the list, so everyone knows like what order they're in and how many spots I have left. Because if I leave that open until I just feel like stopping, it will never end. I've already tried it. Stream goes on for like 10 hours. I'm exhausted and really cranky. So I make a specific amount of slots. People, I would always hope they pick like first, second, third, fourth, but sometimes they go, no, I want to be like 5th, or I want to be 7th, or Zero's case, I want to be 10th. So that's the list. So if you want to 1v1 me in battles, you just ask and I put you on the list. Your school goes from 5th to 12th. Oof. I just couldn't imagine doing that as a 5th grader. Oh my gosh, I can control the trees? Yes. What's so bad with 5th? There's nothing bad with 5th grade. It's just I don't want 5th graders mixing with middle schoolers. I think that's a terrible idea. As a 5th grader, 5th grade was a great year. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed 5th grade. That's kind of when I understood that I had some academic potential. It's when I actually started using my brain and didn't get like D's and C's in all my classes or in all my subjects. I actually started getting A's and straight A's. My parents were like, oh, we don't have an idiot child. Can't wait to go get you. Oh, it's gonna be a blast. But anyways, I just feel like 5th grade is too young to be exposed to the crap that is all the swearing, all the innuendos, all the adult and dumb things that 7th and 8th graders and even 9th graders do in middle school. Oh, you meant with the 1v1 list, not 5th grade? There's nothing wrong with it. I just prefer you guys to pick higher up. It doesn't look so chaotic on the list, but I allow it. It's fine. Chat, I actually don't know what 5th tier towers I have. Do I have enough? No, I've only got tier 3. Okay.
I am one with the wild.
Seeing something of my brother in Skyblock. No worries. Going to 9th grade with AP Psychology. Psychology was fun. I didn't take the AP version of it just because I didn't care that much. Like, I didn't need to get college psychology credit, right? So I just took the normal. That was a fun class. My teacher for that, he was fantastic. One of my favorite teachers ever. But so I took that class with a ton of friends, and there was an extra credit opportunity where it was extra credit by no means required. He even advised us not to do it, but he had it there because there's always some students who do enjoy it, and he enjoys reading the stories, but he really advised not doing it, where we stay up for 30 hours and record our mental stability throughout the whole thing. So me and my friends got together. There was about 15 of us, and my friends' parents allowed us to do it at their place. They were like, you know, neither of us have work the next day. Go ahead and do it. We'll take that bullet. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're the best, because I know my parents would not have done that. So we stayed the whole night at my friend's house. We all woke up at 6 a.m. on Friday, just to get ready for school, right? Went to school that Friday, and we're like, okay, after school, we're all, you know, go do whatever we have to get done, and then we're meeting up at my friend's house at like 8 p.m. And we are going to stay together that whole night, keep each other awake, and we cannot go to bed until it's 11 a.m. Yeah, 'cause that's 30 hours. 11 a.m. was the cutoff. So that's what we did. We stayed up the entire night. All of us were going insane. My friend burned my other friend with a brownie pan that we cooked at like 4 a.m. I would spin in circles because I was just so gosh darn tired. I would spin in circles, get dizzy, fall on the ground, look at the ceiling, spin. And my eyes started to close, someone would slap me. I would get up, walk the other way, spin in circles that way, get dizzy, fall to the ground. I did that for about 3 hours. That one I remember specifically. I don't know why. And then we did a ton of other stuff to try to keep each other awake. By about 9 a.m., I just got sick of it. I went home. I played some Destiny until about 11. As soon as 11 hit, my controller dropped from my hands, and I just passed out on the couch. So, and guess what, chat? We never filled out any of the mental stability like sheets in the actual homework part of the assignment. So we show up to school on Monday, we're like, teacher, we messed up. We didn't do what you needed us to do. But we told him all the stories, we showed him all the pictures that we took or whatever videos. And he's like, you know what, you guys are fine, I'll give you full credit. And he gave us the full extra credit points, even though we didn't do like any of the actual work for it. But man, that's one way to wake up with the burn. He wasn't asleep though, it was just we brought the brownies down, they were still hot in the pan. I don't know why we brought them downstairs, but we put them on the ground with, you know, the hot beds underneath so it didn't burn the carpet. But then my friend just tackles him to the ground and his arm touches the pad and it burns him. Just cause, you know, we're all going insane. That was a fun time. That was really fun. But yeah, that was my psychology class. I had to dance for a grade today, dancing class, and it was really cringe because I hate the subject. I never took any dancing classes. I refuse. I did take a basketball course, even though I suck at basketball, so I think I would have preferred dancing over basketball. But oof. And there is Ghostly, sorry. I'll put you down. You'll be 8th, so it's gonna be a little bit of ways. But I always bump the mic whenever I type because my microphone's like right on top of the keyboard. Three or 4 years ago, my brother had a sleepover with his friends, and I was there too. Someone threw a burning stick in someone's iPhone. Oof! That is a rough way to wake up. Tried random quads and I'm eating mashed potatoes. How is random quads? I just saw that message today that came out. That oh my gosh, words that came out. That's very similar to how BDD or like how the first battles went, right? In terms of like the random part of it. Words of the wiser, enjoy childhood. Exactly. Live young, kids. Honestly, like 8th grade was a fun year because I just did a ton of sports. I was out with my friends every single day. We played games, don't get me wrong. I played the crap out of Halo Reach, Call of Duty, Black Ops 1 and 2. Like we played that for days. Oh my gosh, the mowers! No, that's not a mower, that's just an ATV. No, never mind, we're okay. How much damage does he do? Oh, 1,000. Now we're fine. But yeah, 8th grade was so fun. We were just hooligans. And the times I regret the most is like my senior year when I didn't go get help for my depression and whatnot. Like if there was ever a time for me to have done that, it would have been then. I could have gotten so much more out of my time. That year, but I didn't, and there's a lot of things my senior year I regret. I can't go back and change them. Oh, the wrong one. Don't die to the fortified! Don't die to the fortified! Oh no, we're gonna die to the fortified DDTs though. GG's. Right? Yeah, okay. Here's some super good in the backyard. Quads is easier, things are in a map your own and character. RNG base because of the enemies you go up against. That's fair. No question. Do you have air conditioners in the desert? If you do you have portable ones? It depends the home. Most homes where I'm at have centralized air, so like we have the vents and whatnot to keep our house cool. My apartment complex has centralized air. But there are plenty of places that have like the air conditioner units you shove in your windows. And yes, they are used a ton, because even last night at like midnight when I was coming home from my friends, it was like 87 degrees. It was so hot. Oh my gosh. But, and I guess like 87 degrees is what, like 27 degrees Celsius or something? I can't remember. Watching anime for 7 hours straight. Found some new interesting ones. Hey, as long as you found some good ones. Can you try to counter? I could have. Alright, what monkeys am I working on, chat? I don't even know. Is Spirit of the Forest worth it? Was I saving up for Spirit of the Forest, or was I gonna go? Oh no, I was gonna go Pop Lust. Okay. Yeah, Legend of Knight's not worth it. I was gonna go Tech Terror. What was the other tower I had, chat? Was it Dartling? I just spent all my... Oh yeah, because I don't get much XP from it. I only have use them once. I quit this... You lost and you can take even in years. Oh. Hey, Shadow. It was made out of rocks, cacti, sand. That doesn't seem to be much in the deserts. Lots of brick. So my area used to be the bottom of a huge lake, like back in prehistoric times. So a lot of our ground is covered in dirt, some sand, but mostly dirt and clay. Like we're not like the Sahara Desert. Desert in the means of just like, there's not much vegetation. Sky doesn't have much clouds in it ever. And since I live in kind of like the northern part of my state, we don't have like the Red Rock Desert that's abundant in like the state I live in. So a lot of homes are just made out of like brick and stone, and wood and whatnot, because our mountains are full of trees. It's a very lush mountain area. In fact, the mountains is kind of the best place you can go for like cooler shade, a little more humid air, lush vegetation and whatnot. But down in the valleys where we are, it's completely barren. Ish. GG's. You just finished up JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I mean, I've heard a lot about that. I have yet to watch that show. Oh, yeah. Take your time, Opie. You woke up at 2 a.m. Ouch. I remember doing that and I never want to do it again. It sucks waking up that early. Do we keep... What do we want to do, chat? I think I'm going to switch out Druids for Banana Farm. And then I'm going to switch out Dartling for, I guess, Tack, so we can work on that.
Madlex_ is now following.
Yeah, thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, let's switch out Dartling Gun for Tack, and then Druid for Farm, and we'll just play that. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Me wake. 7 a.m. Yeah. This is very much live, Jake. Don't you worry. Do I play Rocket League? I do not. I've never played that before. Also, FNAF, it's your turn. Next question, can you bike in the desert? Like, how would that work? I feel like you would be extremely... It is extremely hot. And yes, I do bike in the desert. I actually need to start biking again because the gas prices are so high and I don't... And kind of like the route I take, I don't need to drive. I could easily bike. But I just need to buy a bike pump. I forgot to do that. Maybe I'll do that this weekend or something. But yeah, need a bike pump to pump up the tires, and then I can start biking to like work and stuff. Save me a ton of gas. Sometimes 2 to 4 a.m. I remember having to wake up at 2 a.m. for some jobs and whatnot. Gosh, Tuesdays and Thursdays I would wake up at 2 a.m. and I wouldn't get home till 1 a.m. the next day. So it was like 22 to 23 hour days for me on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the other days I could only get like 7 hours of sleep, so I was always sleep deprived. And funny enough, that was the same semester I had to write an essay about sleep deprivation, so I really kind of learned like how bad I was just destroying myself. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna quit some of these jobs, I'm gonna stop doing some of these activities. I'm like, I was a really busy boy, but man was that killing me. Did that for about 2 months. But how do I get this game on PC? Go to Steam. Steam has it for free. By the way, are you interested in collabs? I am completely fine with collaborations.
You want some?
But I think with me, it's like, well, if you want to collab, message me on Discord. And then we can set some stuff up. I don't want to do that kind of business talk over chat because that's very inefficient. But if anyone wants to collab with me, yeah, hit me up through Discord. I'll eventually set up like a, what do you call it? Email or something that people can.
Are you kidding me? Nothing gets past my bro.
But anyways, yeah, sorry. An email that people can contact me through with all of that, but for the most part, just hit me up in Discord and we'll chat. I'm always down to do that. Next question, does the water just instantly evaporate like in those cartoon shows and whatnot? I've never been in a desert before, so I don't know how that feels like. The water evaporates. It evaporates quickly, but not as quickly as you think. It's pretty hard for water to evaporate at the rate that you're thinking. It's more of, again, we don't get as much water. So let's say places like England or Washington State, you guys get rain constantly, even if it's just a little bit at a time, right? Or it's like the clouds are always gray, it's not as sunny. It's just, imagine you just never have clouds, so it's just always hot. And then because you don't have clouds, you can't get rain. That's essentially what living in a desert's like. And I'm not even the hottest desert. There's a state below me where they're even hotter than what we have.
Come on.
I do have a Discord. Check the description for the link. You can go, Vince. All right, no worries. Thanks for being here, Vince. See you in a little bit. Can we call on Discord? I mean, outside of my streams, maybe. I try not to call people on stream, both for the sake of your guys' privacy, because a lot of you guys are minors, and I don't want to get in trouble with that. Well, also, it's like, it's hard for me to regulate other people on Discord calls during a live stream. During a recording, I can do that because I can always edit out stuff. But y'all DM, you have a friend, I guess. You two can talk about this stuff yourself. I just thought it would be interesting to see what you two can make up. I mean, yeah, we could always give it a shot. Always down for that sturf. do a home review. The only reason why I wouldn't do that is A, you don't even know what my face looks like. And B, I shared this apartment with 3 other guys. So I do have my own room. I think I could show that, but it's nothing really here. It's a really small room. But anyways, yeah, and maybe eventually. I was actually thinking about getting a studio apartment where it's just kind of like for me, just so I could do streams and recordings anytime I want. I don't have to worry about like my roommates barging into my room. I can stream any time of the day. Like right now I stream during the daytime for myself. I enjoyed streaming at night, but the problem with that was all my roommates were done with work at night. So they would just come in and like be like, Kimmy, come on, we're done with work. Why are you streaming and being a bum? Come do this and this and this with us, right? So that's why I don't stream in the evenings in my time. I wish I could. That's when a lot of you guys are available, but I just can't. I'm not really provided that opportunity. So if I ever did get that, I would for sure show you guys. But again, it just kind of won't be until I do a face reveal, can do this full time, can really get the money to do this. I need to get this. All right. Just so I get some camo detection up. Alright, next question. Is the desert like a ton of sand and cactus from like video games and stuff, or is that actually more stuff? So it's more stuff. A desert is, it can be a lot of sand, but most of the time it's like rock, if that makes sense. Like red rock or like sandstone type stuff. It's not like what you see in like Minecraft. Yes, we have cacti. Yes, there can be like big areas where there's no real vegetation, it's just kind of bland dirt. But most soil that you see is growable. Like you will see vegetation growing in those places. There's a lot of bushes, a lot of shrubbery. Cacti aren't as like common as you think. If anything, like cacti replace trees and bushes would replace all your flowers and all of your grass and whatnot. So there tends to be a ton of vegetation on top of a desert. It's just what kind of vegetation do you have, right? So. $10 p.m. for me. Also, what is age requirement for this channel in your Discord? There's no age requirement, but I am very conscious at the fact that a majority of my audience is under the age of like 14. I think the average age for viewers is like 8. So I try to keep that in mind when I'm running my Discord server and whatnot. I understand it's the internet. I can't monitor everything. And I won't. I mean, if the kids are here at their own risk, they are. I don't flag my content as child safe because I do play a lot of like more violent games and more mature stuff. Yeah, so there's no age restriction. It's nice having older audience just because I can relate to them more. But
Yes.
you know, hopefully that answers that question. It's like a yes and a no type situation. And then the Discord server, yeah, anyone can join. I just asked like no like nudity or sexualized content. Because I don't want that in my server. No, am I? I'm fine. Should prank your roommates for a video. It's definitely good. I could do it with maybe one of them, because he's starting to put up a YouTube channel. He wants to just do stuff like discussing the effects of like mental health and whatnot, and just like be a platform for people to tell their stories. It's a good idea. It's very much new. I think he's only got like one video posted. He would understand what it is. I don't think the other two would. They're not into that kind of stuff. They're desert villages in a Minecraft, like in Minecraft. Yes, it's called the cities that I'm living in right now. You can rob and goof and blow up. You could. You just end up going to jail. I'm gonna do that. I need some weak. If you're worried about curse words on Discord or something, just use a censor bot. I'm not worried about swearing. I'm just ask people not to be like intense with it, right? Like I give two poops if you swear, but don't be like just spamming the F word over and over and over again the entire time you're chatting, right? Like there is a difference between using curse words and just swearing for the sake of swearing. I feel like that's just like an important life lesson too, where it's just like we're at that point in life where swearing is just the norm. So what's the next best thing? Swear when appropriate. Don't be that guy who doesn't know how to communicate with someone without swearing, because it just makes you look like an idiot. That's kind of joking. No, I know. It is a good idea. I just feel like I'd have to live with the right people, because I just won't get the best reactions, and then it's just not worth the video, right? You guys don't want to see just boring reaction of them just yelling at me. Okay. Blow up some things, and I made it 2 separate things. Speaking of my roommates, oh my gosh. So, we were coming back from the gym? Yes, we were coming back from the gym. And my roommates, one of them needed to go to the store. He hadn't gone grocery shopping forever. He was the driver, so we kind of had to go with him. I really didn't want to get out of the car, so I was like, I'm just going to stay in here. You guys go do your shopping. I don't want to walk around all sweaty and gross, right? So they're like, okay, fine. So the two of them go in. The one of them ends up getting just a few things, and the one who wanted to go grocery shopping got a ton of things. So the one who only got a few things comes out, goes to the car, and he's sitting outside the car just like, hey, let me in. Now, understand, my friend's car, the driver, his car is stupid. There's something wrong with that car. It does this thing where it has an alarm set that can only be deactivated from the key fob. So like if he was to unlock his car with his just using a normal key, like you would like a house door, like, you know, what people used to do with car doors, the alarm will go off. If I was to unlock the car from the outside and let my friend in because I didn't have a key fob, the alarm would go off. It's so stupid. It's the only car I know that does this. And so he's sitting outside the car, like banging on the windows, like, let me in. And I'm sitting there like, you don't want me opening this door. He's like, you're making me look like an idiot. This girl comes up and she's like, joking around with my roommate, and he's getting all embarrassed by the situation. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, dude, listen, I'm doing you a favor by not opening this door. He apparently can't hear me. I didn't know that. And finally, he just gets so flustered. I'm like, all right, fine. I will open the door. I unlock and open the door, and the alarm goes off. Yippee-ki-yay. The whole parking lot now knows that my friend is entering the car. And the alarm will not shut off until my friend comes with the fob. Luckily, he only came like a minute later. But yeah, it was so funny. He was so pissed at me. I'm like, listen, it was a lose-lose situation. Like, you were not gonna make it out of this with like a decent like situation. But yeah, the reason why I learned this is because this situation happened with me. Again, we were at the gym. It was me, my friend, same stupid car, and a friend of ours. And she got in the car first. And then my friend decided to go to the shop to buy some stuff. He was taking forever. I'm like, I'm just gonna go to the car, right? I'm super tired. I don't want to be standing anymore. I think it was leg day. So I go out to the car. The car's locked. Because he had unlocked it for her, but then it like auto locked, as like most cars do. And so I'm sitting out there, I'm like, let me in. Oh no, it was unlocked. She got in and then locked the car. Apparently her locking it from the inside sets the alarm, but we didn't know this. So she opens the door, the alarm goes off, and I just look like some creep trying to get in the car with this girl in the car. I'm just, it was such a bad situation. One of the employees of the gym actually started to come out at the same time as my friend. He's like, no, don't worry, they're both with me. And so yeah, that was a awkward situation, but that's how I learned that his car did that. And then yeah, I dare you to start singing. You accidentally flip someone off without knowing. I've done that before when I first learned of what that is, what that was. You'll maybe hear me sing at some point. You have Twitch and YouTube stream at the same time? I do. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat a little bit because I was going off story time. But yeah, I stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time using the program restream.io. I think I have the link to their website in the description. But I stream to that website essentially, and then that website streams to both of these platforms. I just have to connect my accounts to them. Since I'm not partnered with Twitch, I have no contract saying I can't do this, so I'm going to do that. Because there's some of you who enjoy watching me on Twitch, which is perfectly fine, but the majority of you guys have found me on YouTube. You guys enjoy watching me on YouTube, so YouTube's where I stay. Hey Miro, what's up? Likely we eventually get 10,000 subs. How long do you think it would take? If I devote more time into editing and making better edited content on a more regular basis, I think I would give it a year, but that's if I did it consistently. At the rate I'm at now, maybe 3 or 4 years. My progress is really slow. You want to be on the list? Sure, Miro. I think that's our last spot, isn't it? It is. Number 9. List is now closed. If anyone else joins in, I apologize. I do have a kind of a redemption thing I do where I put you on a wheel, and if someone doesn't show up to their spot, I spin the wheel. If your name's called, you get a 1v1 me. So if anyone's hoping to get that, just let me know. I'm going to Twitch now and stay on YouTube. Okay, sounds good, Shadow. So speaking about growth and stuff, sometimes like I'll try to watch other content creators who are like tips for new streamers or tips to make your streams better, because you know, it doesn't hurt seeing what others have done to be successful and trying to copy some of them, or to implement ideas into your own, or like discover new ideas for yourself. Oh my gosh, your game's like, I'm gonna stop sending balloons because that's killing you. That's so many darts on screen. Is it killing me or killing you? I think it's killing me. What up, Shadow? So I watch all these videos and all the advice that they give, and I'm gonna say this based on my own personal experience, like 90% of what they say is utter garbage. I'm not great at the game, so it won't be late game. No, we'll see. I mean, I'm not much of a rusher. I tend to let the game go late. But anyway, so it's like the information they give is just so stupid. I think one of the biggest like pieces of advice I hear from these guys is, you know, become part of other communities and promote your streams. Always put out when you go live, let people know. And I'm saying they're like, that's so stupid. Because here's how it goes, right? I'm part of some like large community Discord servers, and there's always these tabs where it's like you can connect your Twitch account, so it says like whenever you go live. These are just spam notifications that people are going to block, because it's going to be filled with a bunch of content creators that no one in that community particularly knows, or most people just won't care about. Because I know I don't. Like, I ignore all of those notifications. I even mute it on Discord. Or going into someone else's stream saying like, hey, I'm going live on Twitch. It's like, well, that's great. Why are you coming into my audience to do that, right? But these are the kind of advice these guys give, and I'm just like, that's so stupid. That's just makes you seem desperate and just dumb. Other things are to like do giveaways and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not made of money. I'm not gonna do giveaways. What is this? Other people are like, stick to one piece of content. Like, their advice to me would be just to do Bloons stuff, because that's the place where I'm the most successful. That's the stream all of you guys always come to. It's the one you guys love the most. But I'm like, I don't enjoy doing that all the time. Like, I'll play it. I'm doing it 2 times in a row. I try to do it once a week with you guys. But I love playing other games, and I want to do that. And if I don't enjoy streaming, what's the point of doing it? Right? I'm getting really nothing out of my streaming career other than just like providing content for you guys because I enjoy it. Like, it's awesome. I get to meet you guys and chat with you and have fun. But with the time and the investment and the resources I put into this, it's hard to say that it's worth it if I'm just doing it for the views or doing it for like those reasons, right? Oh, GG's FNAF, your game crash. Twitch does have less delay. You don't really want to use your spot. Yeah, my spot to someone else, please. I know you join my other streams, Jaden, and some of you do, and it's fantastic, and I love you guys for it. But a majority of you guys aren't here. Like, I have 11 people in the well, it says I have 11 people on the stream right now. I don't think I hit that number ever with any of the other games I play. How long does it usually take when I can play? So you're in 9th. I'd say maybe another hour. Too much Operation Dart Storms. No, that makes sense. It was lagging you out big time. I was like 7 or something. My 3rd subscriber had 3 million. I was so happy. I thought I got really popular. Nope, still only have 23. That's interesting that a 3 million subscriber person subscribed to you. It's rare, and it's really cool when that happens. It's just, I wonder what video you made to catch his attention. Okay, that's really cool. I think the highest person for me has only got like 800 subscribers. So we're all kind of still in the same like category, if that makes sense, where none of us are like eligible for the partnership program. You know when you burp from drinking soda? Yeah. Yeah, GG. Miro can take my spot? I mean, I could. It's weird because I don't really have anyone who necessarily wants to play right now. Like, we don't have an overflow. Oh, trust me, Shadow, I got plenty of topics and story to talk about. You doing your random tutorial. Oh, okay. That must have been a good tutorial and it helped him then. But see, videos like that, if I focus myself on stuff like that, I feel like I can grow faster. And murdering guys. Okay, yeah. Miro, we'll pull you up. And Jaden, I think I'll just put you down where Miro was, so just in case other people show up, I have that option to give your spot away. And who knows, maybe you'll want to play later. Alright, Miro. I'm gonna put the code on screen. Go ahead and join when you're ready. Oh, what was another piece of advice? Oh, this last piece of advice that like these YouTubers and these people share for new streamers and whatnot. If you've been streaming for like a few months and seeing no growth, just stop. Like, obviously it's not going to happen for you. Go find better uses of your time. And I'm like, I can see why you say that, but that's awful. Essentially what you're saying is if you're not having success right away, give up on your dreams. All right, Miro, let me know if this is you in the game. But I think it's awful. It's a terrible advice. And like, I understand why they come from it, because a lot of people will sacrifice too much time, too much efforts, will forego like other opportunities and whatnot for a career that might not happen, especially since the success rate for content creators is so low. But that's not based on my experience. I did because I loved the concept of it. I loved doing it. Sure, I sucked for like a year and a half, and I'm still not the best content creator. I still watch some of my more recent videos and streams, and I cringe the whole time. But I'm trying to get better. It's just taking me longer than most. Like, there's content creators who started around the same time as me and are, can make a living off of the stuff that they do. Even though we've both invested I wouldn't say about the same amount of time or effort, but you know what I mean. We started about the same time. But to have these influencers who people are coming to for help and advice and things, and to have them say, hey, if it's just not working, stop. With the explanation being like, it's just not going to work out for you, instead of giving other solutions. It's demoralizing. I hate it. I hate that kind of advice, quote unquote. For me, it's like, if you enjoy doing it, keep doing it. Like, sure, have backup plans. Don't go headlong into this 100%, because it might not work. And like, even me, it still might not work. Right? I'm only at 200 subscribers. I haven't made a single penny off of this. I think Demetrius wanted to donate some money, but I had some issues on my PayPal end of things, so I gave that money back and I didn't accept it. But either way, like, that would have been $3, right? I only would have made $3 so far in my 2.5 years of streaming, with the thousands upon thousands of hours I've devoted to this. The return on investment is just not there, but I love doing it. And I'm still going to school. I'm still working. Like, I still understand the fact that I could stop this at any moment if life demanded it. But I don't have to stop, so why should I? And because of my diligence, like when Bloons came out, I blew up. A lot of you guys have come here in the last few months. And it's paid off. It's taken almost 2 years to get to that point, but it paid off. So that's why I hate that kind of advice. And there's just so much of that stuff that these guys say that I just hate. And it's just not, yeah. Some advice they give is good. Don't get me wrong, some advice is good, but I'd say 90% of it is kind of BS. Filmed one actual video on Minecraft like a year ago, and the rest of my videos are just done to speed it up for Rick rolls. I can not burp with focus, but it hurts when you need to burp after. It's the only way to see. I have a friend who can't really burp because she had esophagus problems and surgeries and whatnot. So anytime she burps, it's like she's drinking acid. It hurts her so bad when she burps. Usually it's just followed up with puke because her whole body just convulses so badly from it. Wait a second, okay. Let me know when you're ready, Miro, and I'll put the code on screen. Is you gotta be one of my favorite YouTubers? Oh, thanks, Ghostly. You're fascinating. I try to be. Do I have any other job? I am a manager at a pool at a rec center. So like there's a big rec center. I'm only in charge of the pool area. I have coordinators who are above me. They're my bosses, so they do more of like the bigger stuff at the pool. I kind of do a lot of the smaller work to kind of take weight off their shoulders because there's just a ton of stuff to do when you run a pool. But yeah, I'm a manager there. I'm thinking of making 800 alts to get you to 1,000 subs. And put all those alts on your streams on loop, and then you could have some revenue, and then you have a 90% chance of not stopping. I appreciate it. I would rather not grow from bots though. In fact, a lot of people in my life don't know I do this. The only people who know are my immediate family because I started streaming at home, so they had to know. My roommates who know. Occasionally other people, like people who come over often to try to like hang out, or like good friends with my roommates and me. They know I stream just because like they'll be trying to hang out with me, but they have to know that I'm streaming, so they know I can't come. But very, very few people know. Like when I meet new people, like my coworkers, any of them, they don't know I do this. Just because it's weird to bring people you know into these streams. I don't know if that's just like a trying to live two separate life type of thing that you shouldn't do. But also it's like, I want to try to make it big on my own. Like I don't want to have that pity subscribers from people I know. Or to like, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. So like it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, but I do want to try and make it on my own, which is great because like subscriber wise, I still need to get on 800 subscribers before even be considering to start getting ad revenue from YouTube. But watch time wise, you guys have been fantastic. Holy crap. You need to have 4,000 public watch time hours within a given year, which is really hard to do with bots unless you're just looping your videos over and over again. But I've almost hit that. I'm like 70 hours away from hitting that goal, which I love. It's just fantastic. So I feel like the public watch time hours was the hardest because you can always make bot accounts to hit the subscriber count, but getting people to actually watch your content, this is fantastic and I love it. Bloons streams are cool. Yeah, you ready? Okay, there you go, Miro. Code's on screen. Isn't it 1,000 for ad revenue? So yeah, it's 1,000 subscribers for ad revenue. I'm at 222 subscribers. I feel like YouTube might think you're AFK botting. No, because they have all the details from your accounts, right? I don't think it counts when I watch my own videos, or not really. And I don't watch my own videos. Whenever I need to go back through my old content to either filter out highlights and clips and topics and rambles and stuff like that, I do it on my own like personal copy of the streams that I record. That's you? Okay. Home tour at 500. I'm not even doing a face reveal until like at least 1,000, so Home tour will come after that. Again, like I looked at studio apartments, they're just so expensive. I don't have the revenue to support that. I would love it. Go ahead and hit ready whenever you're ready, Mero. In order to do this full time, I would have to put a lot more effort than I am now. But subscriber wise, it would have to be in the thousands. Like 10K, I think, in order for me to support myself full time for this. But
Prepare for liberation.
also, another advice for new streamers from yours truly. Start on YouTube. Honestly, Twitch has such a terrible recommendation system. You will not... Oh, I should have gotten blades. Anyways, you won't be found. I've been streaming to Twitch longer than I've been streaming to YouTube. And how many people do I have on Twitch? Oh. Let's see. Am I muted? Okay. I only have 87 followers. My average watch or my average viewer count. Where's my analytics? What? Is it video producer? Yeah, channel analytics. My average viewers is 0.1 per stream. So make with that as you will, chat. My average viewership on Twitch is 0.1 viewer per stream, which is awful, right? Which means I get a viewer once every 5 streams. Or, sorry, every 5 seconds I have a viewer. I think that's what it means. I can't remember how they count a view, but that's terrible. That is some awful analytics. 87 followers with a 0.2 average viewer rate for someone who's been streaming on Twitch for 2.5 years. It's just their YouTube recommendations or the Twitch recommendation system is just awful. So if you're to start streaming and whatnot, I would seriously start on YouTube and then possibly switch over to Twitch. Because Twitch's streaming system is a lot better than YouTube, but its recommendation is just so bad. Or at the very least, like stream on Twitch and make YouTube videos on YouTube so you can bring that audience to Twitch. If I was able to, I would donate. Oh, I appreciate it, Shadow. I know, I need to get that worked out. I just need to talk to PayPal and figure out how to get that working. So I can, you know, we can exchange money safely without being at risk for each other. Because I want to keep my privacy a thing. I want to keep your privacy a thing. So. Why were people mad at T-Series for sub-botting? He has over enough subs that won't matter. Stream on Twitter. Could you imagine? Stream... Wait, what? What do you mean by that, Zero? You'll have to explain that a little bit more. Brother, can't do it. I don't have anything to donate. No, I've only donate if you have the money to. I don't need money that badly. That's why I work. That's why I have a job. It's the thought that counts, chat. And oh no, you sent camo LEDs. Okay, well, Okay, nah, I'm just not even gonna bother. GG's. Meet up in real life and I'll give you $100. Could you imagine? GG's, Miro. Alright, Devin, you're next. Oh, man, please take me off the list. I kind of just want to watch, not really play. Nah, it'll be in a little bit. We'll skip over you if we get to you and you still don't want to play. Because we got Devin next. Thanks, Miro. This is what happens. The longer I do this, the more I start chatting and rambling, and I just don't pay attention to the game. A few years ago, during the first of 100 million subscriber race, it was between PewDiePie or T-Series and T-Series won. People started accusing him for something that she was, but it wouldn't even matter. In that case, I can see why the controversy was there and people would be against that, because she did that to win a competition that she might not have if she didn't. But I think PewDiePie would also have had bots and whatnot. Like, did I win this because you exploited my weakness. That's how you won, Miro. That's how you win. Alright, I believe that's you, Devin. But like bot subbing at that point, I just feel like, okay, isn't worth it. Other than to reach a goal like that, and even that, I find it scummy just because it's in a way cheating. But again, like I wouldn't call her out specifically just because PewDiePie probably also did it. I shame anyone who does it just because you don't need to. And like you can, and I could to bring my channel up to speed, but I just wouldn't feel good about it because I take pride in what I do. And again, this comes back to my topic of why I don't share with family and friends what I do. The part of it is like a little bit of shame just because like, not shame, but it's just, it's weird. People don't understand what this means and what this entails and like how important this can be for me. But also it's like I just don't want them subbing and then leaving, because that's the worst feeling, because my subscriber count can be super high but my watch time is super low, and that would make me feel bad. It's cool to see my watch time being high, my sub count being low, because it means that people who are subscribed to me enjoy my content, or that people will come and watch my content. Maybe not subscribe, but at least they enjoy the content. So like I'd rather have it that way than the other way. You know how people donate streamers, sorry? Well, we're loyal. You guys are loyal. I will give you that. And I appreciate it. Even if a lot of you are very loyal to just Bloons. How about streamers now meet up and donate to people, or just send them money instead? Well, like I give money away to people? I know a lot of people who do that. I mean, Mr. Beast is a great example of someone who does that. But a lot of other people do it as well. I would if I had money to give. I think this has been the first month when I'm not in the red, and what that means is it's the first month where I earn more money that month than my expenses demanded. So I need to kind of replenish the savings I lost from that time being in the red. It was just because the job I had at the time wasn't paying enough, and they weren't giving me enough hours to cover, at the very least, like bare minimum grocery bills and my rent. Watch every stream that you're not in class, and I appreciate that. And here's the sad thing, chat. It doesn't matter how long you guys watch my content, there will come a time when you stop. Like, there are content creators that I used to watch all the time, but I don't anymore. And it's just, as time goes on, your interest and your, what do you call it? Yeah, but it's just like your interests and your tastes change. So you'll jump around content creators. Maybe you'll come back. A lot of people do. But for the most part, it's like, yeah, I hope you guys never do. I am well aware that that will eventually happen. Made it home? Nice. No crazy story this time, Zero. Someone who's rich, donate Kimmy 10k or 5k. Well, I don't have a donation system up, but I appreciate the thought. I will always be here, Ben. I'll hold you to it, Zero. The minute you stop, I'll just say, nuh-uh. You have a promise to uphold. What's sad about like the economy and how money and cost of living works, getting an influx of cash like that still wouldn't solve the issue. I would still need to keep my job. I would still have to work and do all this stuff. I couldn't switch to full-time streaming, sadly. It's one of those things where it's like, right now, every hour I don't work is money I don't have and money I won't have later. So that's a risk, right? And then if I ever go full-time streaming, it's every hour I don't edit, every hour I don't stream. That is even more risky because that is investment into a future that I'm wasting. Hi, Mist. I almost called you Misty, but that's, you don't have a Y at the end. What up, Misty? Sorry, left for a bit, but man, it's still fun streams. I appreciate it. Guess what? What's up, Mist? Technically, communism is better, just the way that the Soviet was. The good form of communism is essentially socialism. It's hard to describe because even socialism has its flaws. Honestly, coming from a religious standpoint, the best thing to do is something called consecration, where everyone only has what they need, but everyone works as hard as they can, right? So like some people can work harder than others, and that work and effort is supplied for those who need to have more of that. It's a really touchy subject because we're all greedy. Like, I want to be paid for what I'm working, right? You guys want to be paid for what you're working. If I work harder, I want more. So like, that's the perfect society that we try to live by, but we're all selfish and greedy. So that's why we have capitalism, socialism, communism, etc. I meant to make my name Misty. Okay. So my gut reaction to your name is the correct one to have. Sounds good. I'll keep that in mind, Misty. I'll try to be more active. I have holidays now, or whatever that's called. You're on like your summer break or something. Sounds good. If you can be here, fantastic. If not, again, don't stress about it. Again, you guys live your livelihoods just as I have to for mine. And why, like, I only streamed one day last week, or haven't done a Bloons stream in like a month. I thought you said crucifixion. No. Consecration. It's giving up everything for something. Or like giving up your all, right? You read a little bit about it in like the Bible and whatnot, but again, this is going to religious talk, but that's like the ideal society that's only ever been accomplished like I think once in human history. And even then that happened so long ago, it's like thought of as a myth. So donate me €2 every 30 minutes I stay in stream. If my channel gets big enough on Twitch, I get channel points. That'll be your payment. I don't believe religion, don't call me an atheist either. That's fine. A lot of people are like that nowadays, where they hate the concept of religion, but they understand that there could be like spiritual entities or a higher power, stuff like that. So that's kind of become the norm. It used to be religion was the big thing, everyone believed in a religion, then atheism became a thing, and now I believe the term's agnostic is the new norm. But even then, people don't like to be called agnostic, so. Religion's weird, man. But believe in what you will, but there's always core values of being a good human, right? Don't be a jerk. Don't put others below yourself. Be a good person, do good deeds. It ain't hard. I pulled a bank robbery and won 2,000 cookies because I sacrificed 500 points. Everything about that sentence. What? Like reading stuff about religion. There's a lot of good information with religions. Even like, because I'm part of one religion, right? But I love learning about other religions. They're fascinating. Guess what, chat? I'm no longer pirating YouTube. I finally got YouTube Premium. I felt bad about using ad blocker for YouTube, because in a way it is like pirating and kind of illegal, because you're using a service by not living up to their requirements to use said service, if that makes sense. Like, the barrier to entry to use a service was to watch ads, and I wasn't even doing that. But I got YouTube Premium, so I am now paying, even though I'm using the free trial right now. It's like 3 months of it, but using that for now. Oh, don't want the plantation. So yeah, I have it. I'm a good boy now. A Twitch stream. Okay, that makes more sense. That's one reason why I'd really like bits. I feel like I could do a lot of fun stuff with that, but just don't have access to it. With Streamlabs and stuff. Speaking of Streamlabs, I refuse to use Streamlabs because of how scumming they are. If you guys don't know, it came out a while ago that the Streamlabs software that they have, which they call Streamlabs OBS, is based off of the same coding as OBS Studios, which is a free open source thing that, you know, it's open source, it's free. Any update that comes to this software is made entirely by donations and just free labor, just because these people like doing it. And that's awesome. They should be celebrated. I should even donate because I use OBS Studios. But because it's open source, they don't have licensing fee to it. Streamlabs took it, then copyrighted it, and call themselves Streamlabs OBS. So people confuse the two, thinking it's a collaboration effect. It is not. In fact, OBS Studios asked them not to do that because it would cause confusion, and Streamlabs just pretty much lifted up their middle finger and said, we can do what we want. Go screw yourself. And yeah, so that happened. And a lot of like the many layouts and formats of Streamlabs comes from other services. Like they just kind of copy a lot of other people's stuff. So in my eyes, I was like, I'm glad I didn't use Streamlabs. I use Stream Elements for my alerts, and then I use OBS Studios for my streaming software. HeliPilot is OP. First you can spawn with this, and you can push Bloons back in case they send a group shrimp rush. HeliPilot is really good. Look at that infinite stall he's doing right now. Maybe your little brother. I don't think you want to do that. Streamlabs OBS is 99% OBS Studios, and they put free best quality streaming program on the website, and they have just the OBS. Exactly. So yeah, not only did they copyright it, so no one else can have OBS in their title or names or whatnot, which is, I know, I mean, OBS didn't want that anyways, but there's nothing OBS can do, because in the law, they'd just be like, well, Streamlabs owns the name, and you're just lucky they don't sue you for it, right? So, at least there's that, I guess. But yeah, they also pay Google to promote Streamlabs first when you Google OBS. So you'll be offered the Streamlabs option first over the OBS Studios. Which happened with me. Like, I actually checked out Streamlabs OBS first. But it wasn't until I did a lot more researching, I talked to friends who use streaming and recording software, and everything suggests you use OBS Studios over Streamlabs. So I'm glad I did that research. And now I'm here, which, you know, Streamlabs OBS is the superior system. Oh! GG's, Devin. Those super cerams, they rough. Bro, you went from talking about weird things you learn in life, talking about religion and stuff I would never know, to explain why the HeliPilot is so good. I was honestly, the monkey pilot thing was me reading Zero's post. But welcome to a streamer's life where you have to have ADHD while you jump topics. Because chat is so diversified. Oh, GG's, Devin. Alright. Well, it's Hunter's turn. He said to DM him. Where's Hunter? I can't even remember who Hunter was in Discord. Well. We'll just skip over Hunter. I forget what his Discord name is, so I can't message him. Because y'all have different Discord names versus like YouTube and Twitch names. Hey, Mr. Sands, what's up? Can you talk about the current state of humanity? I have zero hope in us that will make it. I actually have a video that I'm working on, but I can give you a sneak peek. I won't give you a big in-depth viewpoint of it, because I mean, I'm not a philosopher or anything. Do you mind if your viewer is just sitting in silence? No, I don't mind at all. In fact, I expect most of you guys to be doing that, and like 2 of you to carry on chat. All right, see ya, Devin. Unknown, are you still here? Since there's not too many of you guys here, we don't have like a wheel. If people just aren't here, I'll just end the stream. But yeah, Hunter, Unknown, it's your guys' turn. Which one of you appears first? It's your turn. But yeah, so the video I'm working on has to do with a lot of the drama that's come out revolving just how the gaming community is so toxic. It's always been an issue. We all know it's been there. But kind of the more recent thing that's causing me to want to like make a video. Oh, cool. All right, Unknown, you're next. I'll set up the game for you. Would you trust me with your channel? No. I wouldn't even trust Netherite with my channel. He's been here forever. He's like my impromptu mod. He just doesn't have mod access to like that kind of stuff for the chat. I'll play though when it's my turn. Sounds good. Yeah, no, Hunter isn't around, so I'm gonna move to Unknown. But anyways, so one of the developers for Destiny 2 from Bungie came out and explained that a certain exotic that everyone loved in D1 is not coming back to D2. Right, I'm not gonna go into details about it. That's not the issue. And you guys just won't care about that. But he came out and said that, and the community just went ape. They harassed the crap out of this game dev. He posted this from his personal Twitter, by the way. This wasn't like from the official Bungie page. He was just like, I know a lot of you guys have been asking. You guys are wanting answers and questions. This is what us as a team kind of came to the decision, right? That this certain exotic that does this certain thing is not coming back. We don't feel like it has really a place in Destiny 2. Community uproar. Apparently this dev got serious death threats and hate messages and just constant harassment from the community. It was awful. It was shameful to hear. He privated his account, he deleted all of his tweets, and he just went off the grid. It was awful, and it was so bad, even the community managers for Bungie, other game devs, they came out and was just like, are you guys kidding me? Like, what is this? You guys, like, this is awful. So yeah, no, it's just terrible. So I'm kind of making a video just kind of explaining like why this is unacceptable, why the internet's kind of like this, and how we can be better. I think the title of the video I'm going to give it is We Can Do Better. So it's going to be a little late, it's going to be a little past the drama, but let's be honest, it's never too late to talk about this topic. I just feel like us as a species has just become very prideful, very selfish, and it's just caused so many issues. Like a lot of the problems we have today are revolved around that. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I definitely contribute to a lot of the wrongdoings that's wrong with humanity. But I just feel like as a content creator who has some sort of influence on some of you guys, and with a lot of you being as young as you are, I feel like to contribute to society, this would be a good thing for me to do for you guys. It'll be a super short video. I think it's only gonna be like 4 minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes, but in fact, I need to work on that after the stream today. What game is this? This is Bloons Tower Defense Battles 2. Completely free to play on mobile and Steam. Right. Okay, Mr. Sands, you finally did it. Beat the hardest boss rush in Kirby in the Forgotten Lands with every copy ability and without any copy ability. I have really proof. Nice! If you have that posted on like a YouTube channel, you should link it in the Discord so I can look at it. Have that go in the background while I work. Congrats! That's awesome. Man, these streams, these Bloons streams really push my talking ability. Like, I talk non-stop during these streams compared to like all my other ones. Start singing. My throat hurts too much to do that. But nice try. Maybe one of these days. So basically this one guy got bullied by a video game community. There's a difference between being bullied and just straight up being harassed. Like, I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but think about it. It's your personal account, and you're just constantly getting bombarded with messages and tweets and personal DMs about just how terrible of a person you are, that you should go kill yourself, that you should quit the company, that you're the worst thing to ever happen to this game that you love and you put so much time and effort into, etc. Right? Threatening to your family, to your friends, to your personal life. It's awful. So yeah, like, sure, it may not be a big deal from the outside looking in, but that still does not excuse the behavior. And yeah, I could go on, but that's kind of what sparked it. I mean, this happens all the time within the community, like gaming community as a whole. It happens all the time whenever something new is released, right? Let's take the Star Wars community. Anytime something's out, there's always harassment, there's always crap. Like in the new Kenobi series, one of the main antagonists, the third sister, I forget her actual like character name, but people are hating on her. Some of them are hating on her just because her actress's ethnicity. What's wrong with people, right? But it's not just a gaming community. It happens everywhere all the time. So this was just kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, where I'm like, you know, I'm passionate about this community. It sucks that this had happened. I'm kind of sick of this. This has been going on for a very long time in the Destiny community. It's happening all over the place as well. So I feel like I need to talk about it. Same thing happens to a Halo streamer on YouTube and a lot of other Halo streamers. One of them got into a drama with another one, so they got into backlash now with about 70% of the entire Halo. See, I haven't even heard about that, but that does not shock me in the slightest. Because people are just awful. I've been playing Bloons for like a month or so. Same, Ghostly. The entire Halo community had to help them out. Yeah, I mean, Misty, the details of it don't really matter. Like, you wouldn't understand fully. But yeah, it's just like a certain armor piece from the first game that was really beloved by the community. Because they've been bringing back a lot of that old stuff from the first game into the second game. But they said that this specific one from the first game wouldn't come out. It's the one that everyone loved the most. So everyone had an uproar, and yeah. That feels like it's Port Zero's claim that humanity will probably not. We'll make it. It's just gonna be a really crappy time to live in. Humans are really toxic sometimes with this. So much hate because of one. Exactly. It's completely uncalled for. It's an item piece in a video game that you get the chance to play, and that if you don't like, you can go play something else, right? Yeah. Anyways, you're gonna keep me ranting about this. All right, we're gonna save up for Super Monkey now. And again, it's just not an isolated case. Every community and every fandom and every like piece of media has this. Even myself, like I'm at risk of eventually exposing myself to a time when I'll just have a ton of people hate messaging me because of either something I said, something I believe in. Like it was risky enough just to reveal that I am religious, right? I try my best to be a decent human being, so I feel like there won't be much claim, but just the very fact that I am a part of a religion will give people fuel to like throw hate at me. And I've accepted that, like. I don't even play video games. Yeah. Sometimes you barely play games. That's fine. You're here watching. That's all I care about. Yeah, I'm gonna put this topic to bed. Like I said, I'm making a whole video on it. So expect that in like the next week or so. On a lighter note, chat, to kind of bring us away from that subject, I'm finally going to start a D&D campaign. I assume all of you know, but in case you don't, D&D stands for Dungeons and Dragons. It's kind of like a role-playing fantasy thing that you can do. It's essentially you sit around a table, someone kind of tells off a story, you have your characters, and you just kind of... It's like playing an RPG game, except it's not digitized, right? It's all kind of your own head and imagination. It's been around forever. Literally forever. It's like the pinnacle of nerdom. But I've always wanted to do it. I think I was first introduced to the concept of D&D. Like I didn't know what it was until about 2014, I want to say. And I just never had people to play it with. But I found a group. It's an old coworker group of mine from a previous job I had. They play D&D and they invited me to their next game. So I was like, sure, I'll tag along. I've always wanted to do this. Let's try it. So Thursday, like this coming Thursday, we're getting together for our first meeting to discuss characters and whatnot, because a lot of us are new and never played. So they're just gonna like sit us through it, be like, this is what you do, this is how it works. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna have plenty of fun stories for you guys. Our dungeon master, the dude who's in charge of like the story and setup of the game, he's really into it and has created like his own entire world and lore and environment and whatnot. It's a little hardcore, but I like it. Mr. Sands, one item. Oh wait, hold up. One single question to that topic, so it was just one item piece, not like three. No, it's just one item piece. What it did was it allowed a certain character to do like an air dodge in the air, but the company had already given that to a different class, and they were like, we moved that ability to this class, it's not coming back to this other class, so everyone had an uproar about that. But this one armor piece would allow that other class to perform that action. Yeah, I'm excited for D&D. It's gonna be really fun. I'm going in as a healer because I love being like a healing class. Apparently most people don't like being a healer, so I'm like, oh, that's fine with me. It means I don't have to change. But I want to just be the most ridiculous healer. Like an idea I had. I'll have to change like what specific type of like leaf it is. But I'm gonna have like a leaf blade. I called it the aloe vera dagger. But what it did is I would stab someone and it would do a certain amount of damage, but then it would heal them afterwards too. Like, it's just one of the many ideas. I can't credit that one. I saw that one online. I'm like, yes, that's the kind of healer I want. So I took that idea. And then I also added to it. So I have like a NyQuil bomb where I throw at someone, it puts them to sleep. It'll heal them. And then when they wake up, they're drowsy. Like what NyQuil does. Again, these are just like concepts in war. Or like a bow where I'll shoot someone. As long as they're impaled with an arrow, they'll heal. But they have to have the arrow stuck in them. So they're just like constantly impaled by this arrow. Which will like slow them down, it'll hurt them, but it'll also heal them. So it's just really funny. It's just really... can I spam purples? I can spam purples. It's for fun. No, that's not because of a stupid air dodge. I mean, it was effective, but it wasn't like... Like, it was really good. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a reason why people loved it, but we've survived like 5 years without it. So, no, trust me, Mr. Sands, it's an issue. If you look up here, you guys are really curious about this. If you go to YouTube, look up Destiny 2 Twilight Garrison drama, it'll come up with all the information you need. A lot of like really influential Destiny 2 content creators have talked about it, given their thoughts, and they're all just as disgusted as I am at this. Ah, the super cerams. GG's. GG's unknown. Those super cerams, they get you. They really do. It's such a bump in power. Alright, Ghostly. I don't think Hunter's here, so it's gonna be your turn. Okay. No worries, I needed some water. So I usually try to have a list of topics to talk about with you guys to fill in the dead air, but I think I've gone over everything I had on my list. Oh, wait. So one thing I do, it's kind of just a life thing I have going on, like a system, is I let my hair grow out because I don't mind it being kind of long because I can make it look, you know, fine. But it gets to a certain point where it gets too long and it like actually bothers me. And then at that point, I'll cut it. I cut it pretty short. It's almost like a kind of like a half buzz with a little longer length on top. And I can let that grow out for like 4 or 5 months before I cut it again. Saves me on haircut money, right? And then I have a friend who went to hair school, so I go to her, get to catch up with her, old friend. We don't talk much because we're both super busy with life. But it's like, this provides a good opportunity for us to catch up and just stay in contact. She's been super busy, and then I got super busy. Oh. And so it just never happened, and then just time passed. The last time I got a haircut was at like beginning of October. Very long time ago. So my hair got really long. I think it was the longest it's ever been. And I was just sitting there like, I can't do this anymore. I need a haircut. So I was finally had some sort of spare time, and I reached out to her. I'm like, please, like, have some spare time, because I enjoy getting my haircut from her. It's always fun. She does a really good job. And she was like, no, I'm gonna be out of town for like the next 2 weeks. And I'm like, I'm not waiting that long. So, hey, fish. I'll answer that in a second. So I finally just went to a normal hair salon place, started getting cut, told the salonist like how short I wanted. She just looked at me and was like, are you sure you want it that short? Like, we're about to chop off like 3 pounds of hair. Are you sure you want this? And I'm like, yes, like this is what I want. It's like, it's the same haircut I've always got, so I know what I want it to be. So she starts to buzz off the sides of the back, and she realizes like, I can't do this because the top of your head is so long, it like overlaps the sides and stuff. So she had to like analyze my hair for a good few minutes, figure out like how to approach this like mat I had on top. So eventually she got it done and it looks great. But man, that was a fun ordeal. The whole time she's just like, oh my gosh, like, are you sure? Like, we're about to chop off so much. And because I've had the long hair for so long, I felt like I had a head cold for the next like 3 days, even though it's the middle of summer. Because my head is just like, oh, we've had so much hair on top of us. All that insulation. Wait, is this you, Ghostly? Or is this you, Fishy? And also, Fishy, my loadout is whatever I'm trying to XP level up right now. Is this you? Alright. Okay. Ghostly, are you okay if I 1v1 Fishy? The Gimme Fanboy arc. It wasn't that long, chat. Like, it didn't like go down my shoulders or anything. It was just, I don't know, like, you know, like the super long hair you see on like Korean boys or something. It looked similar to that. My hairstyle wasn't quite like that, but oh, sorry, Fishy, I forgot to make it Sansa time. My B. Whatever. Okay. Sure you don't mind? Okay, cool. Usually, Fishy, I have a list and we go by the list, but since I've had a lot of people just not show up today, I'm allowing this exception, and since Ghostly's okay with it, I'll do it. Yeah, that was my haircut story from the other day. That actually happened last week, but says first come. It is. So yeah, no, that's fair. First come, first serve for the list, because I close it off after a certain amount. But it's all good. You knew. The way I do this is very different from probably like most other people do.
Nature's revenge shall be swift.
The hair keeps the back of my head cool. And the back of your shirt. Is your hair that long, Zero? I actually don't like my hair being that long. I think I look better with longer hair than my shorter cut, but it's just nice not having to worry about my hair. Like how it looks, how to manage it. I save a lot on like shampoo and whatnot. I don't use hair products ever, but at least on like shampoo and whatnot, it saves me a lot of money. Oh yeah, no worries, Fishy. But because of this format, chat, I only get my haircut like twice a year, which saves me on a ton of money. I know people who get haircuts like once a month. Yes, and I'm a boy. Hey, I know a lot of people with long hair. I was gonna say, does that boost the banana farm production? Because if it does, ooh, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, haircuts are very expensive. So what was nice when the system I had with my friend is she worked at like an actual salon place, and I don't want her to cut my hair in her free time, so I just go while she's working. I have to pay whatever standard fee that is. Oh. Yeah, whatever fee that is, and then I give her a hefty tip because I only go in there like twice a year. And because, you know, it's my friend, I can give her a tip. You want me to rush you? Okay. There's the maelstrom. Oh, you're talking about waifus. I've mentioned this on stream, right? That I'm starting to watch Naruto with the roommates. Because they don't watch anime. Anime is just not their thing. But they do watch... What the crap is that? Oh, is he gonna rush me? I'm so out of sync. I'm like, I have no eco. I have no good defenses. I'm not gonna win this game. That might be Ice is like made more of an appearance. Yeah, but you have like marketplace or central markets. Kimmy, who's your favorite waifu? That's a good question. I have no idea. I really don't. I'm trying to think. I haven't seen too many animes, so it's not like... The only animes I've seen is My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan. And I'm currently watching Naruto. But I'm only in the first series, so they're all still kids. Central's by round 18. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That is some good eco right there. Oh my gosh. Like, look at that. I can't compete with that. I've only got tier 3 farms. Wall Street easy. Yeah, no, I'm screwed. Like rushing. Thanks. As a man who's played a lot of Bloons, good reaction times. Which I do not have. You watch it. Oh, Darling in the... Yeah, never heard of that. Yeah, GG's. Watch because Songo Burr. Company just has a nice looking scenery. Apparently the friend is where 02 comes from. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, GG's fishy. Can't play. It's true. No, micro is one of those like skill gaps in battles. All right, Ghostly, your turn. Here, go ahead and join Ghostly. I'm gonna just go stretch my legs for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just, like I said, stretch the legs. I've been sitting for 3 hours. Hurts the tush. I think you were the only one on Twitch, so you're gonna stay over there. Or stay on YouTube. I talked about this earlier. Twitch is just a terrible place to start as a streamer. People just don't show up there. Ever. I don't blame you for coming to YouTube. In my eyes, YouTube is better. That being said, oh my goodness, there's a whole drama brewing around with YouTube. We'll see what happens. I don't want to get into it too much because they've been pulling down channels that talk about this stuff. So I don't want to lose my channel just by talking about a little drama. You get a lot of viewers on Twitch. So I should say, depending on what you do and like your luck, I guess, you can grow big on Twitch. It's just easier on YouTube. I'm gonna go back to Twitch. Okay. I think everyone else is just kind of lurking now. Well, that's cool, Fishy. I didn't know you streamed on Twitch. Do you just do Bloons stuff? Yeah. Well, cool. I only do this stuff like on weekends. It's just kind of a chill thing, because my audience likes it when I do this. But the 48 followers gained 7 in 2 minutes. Nice. I feel like Bloons Battles is a good place to be because like it's got a large community but not that many streamers. Like I definitely notice I get more viewers during Bloons streams than any other time. So it is a good like game to kind of start out in. I just don't play Bloons that much, especially like battles. I mean, like, I haven't played a ranked match in so long. I think it's been like 2 or 3 seasons since the last time I played a ranked match. Yeah, 48 followers, 7 followers in 2 minutes. It's good. How many viewers do you usually get? Let's see, this is Ghostly. I don't think Jaden's here. No, I think Zero even has battles too. So this might be the last game of the day. Unless Zero, you want to play afterwards. But after that, I think I'll call the stream there. Because I'm getting that streamer fatigue, you guys. Gonna have to take a break. Or, not take a break, just end it. What's... I always died, might have to play on phone. Alright, so you have battles too then, Zero? Because I was wondering, like... Because I don't think I've ever really played you battles too, have I? We played once. Because I know we played Battles 1 together. Yeah, I just do not remember our Battles 2 game. Okay. This should still take some time. So you can probably get your OS charging. Or iOS, I should say. Has it been? Okay. Either way, Zero, I don't remember any of our games other than the Battles 1. That's only because that was kind of a rough game. Nope. Did not mean to make those regrow. This is super darkling ice. Oh! Now I remember. Because you went ham and you like grinded a ton and have like stronger towers than I do. And you'd only like just started playing the game a little bit ago. I remember now. That's right, because you heli farmed, right? Yeah. So, I was at the store the other day, right? I had to take my roommate there because he was doing a bunch of car stuff. Oops. Car stuff. Sorry, my brain froze. He was doing car stuff. His car broke down, so he needed to get a bunch of new parts and whatnot. So I took him to the store. I was like, I need to go grocery shopping anyways. I'm just going to drop by the grocery store. Brought him with me because I was already out and about. And while we were shopping, we noticed that there's these new things. They're marshmallows, right? Not the biggest fan of marshmallows. Like, I'm not one to just have marshmallows and eat them. I'll have s'mores. I'll have, like, if something has marshmallow with them, I'm perfectly fine with that. But marshmallow's just not, like, a snacky food for me. It's just a little too much. Oh, no. I thought I was holding it, but my game lagged. I didn't notice they had leaked. Well, that's rough. Burns batteries. What was I saying? Marshmallows. So there's these new marshmallows we saw. Again, neither of us are that big of a fan of marshmallows, but these look so intriguing. They're stuffed. Alright, it's one of those jumbo, well, not jumbo, the like large normal marshmallows that you put on s'mores. And it says it's stuffed with like certain stuff. Like one of them was with cookies and cream, the other one was like a milk chocolate filling. We're like, what does that mean? Like, how does this work? So we decided to buy them. I bought one flavor, my roommate bought the other one. And we're like, alright, we'll try these out. I don't know why, it was just an impulse buy. So we tried them, and they're meant to be melted. Like, eating them raw is a little rough, because it's just a marshmallow with like a blob in the middle. Like a hardened chocolate ball. So when you melt it, it's like, you eat the soft, or you bite the soft marshmallow, and then like chocolate will ooze out. It was weird. It's really weird. I kind of like it, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I'll probably never buy this again. It was so expensive. It was like $4 for a small bag. I don't know why we bought it, honestly. I should have saved the money and like bought some actual good food. Yeah, I saw that the other day. I was like, huh, this is really weird. Hey, Ted, what's up? You're just in time for like the end of the stream. I'm gonna finish this game, and then I'm going to play Zero, and then I'm gonna call it there. I am insanely tired. Not sure if I can go longer than that. But I will be doing this again tomorrow if you're looking to 1v1. Yeah, not today, Ted. I just don't have the energy. I'll play tomorrow though. So you can hop in then, and I'll do like the full wheel. See that little excursion zone up there? Yeah. Sorry, Ted. Ugh. It's all the like water sound. He doesn't have alternate targeting firing? Oh, well, that's dumb. What is this? Or is it like he targets the first on each path? Is that how they make it? That's what it's looking like. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen a Robo Monkey in play in battles. That's a lot of attacks. Or spike piles, I should say, not attacks. Speaking of tax, which remind me of taxes. So, on Wednesday or Monday, I have been summoned, because I am a proper adult in the United States, to stand in a jury for a courtroom case. I'm not specifically selected yet. It's kind of like the selection process. They just bring in a ton of people. They go through everyone. They're like, okay, we want you, and you, or whatever, and then the rest of you can leave, right? So I've been selected to do that. So I'm really hoping they don't pick me, because I don't want to be on a jury and don't want to be in a courtroom in case, because that's a lot of work, and I'm not into that. I don't like the court system and working in there. It's just not my thing. Nothing against it, it's just not my thing. So, not excited for that. I will have to take time off of work on Monday just to go. It's not even in the courtroom, actually. It's online, so I'll just have to sit in front of a computer for whoever knows how long and figure out whether or not I'm gonna have to spend the rest of my week doing that. No, I spent so long trying to clip. Like, what were we talking about? Marshmallows? Well, just put the timestamp 0 where I said that in the Discord, and I'll clip it later for you. I looked into it. You should be able to at least post links in that channel. Alright, we're done sending purples. Were your parents part of the jury? I mean, that makes sense. Every adult does. Some people are just much later than others. I had a friend who, as soon as she turned 18 or 19, she had to go into a courtroom, and I was like, dang, that sucks. And I'm like 24, and this is my first time. My grandpa actually, he's like in his 80s, and he just got his first one. So, it all just depends. Because I needed to update my YouTube, so basically I sacrificed being able to see dislikes to clip. I see. Sorry, I appreciate the sacrifice, Zero. I kind of hate how YouTube did that, getting rid of the being able to see dislikes. So I don't see why they would do that, to be honest.
I'm waiting. Feel nature's wrath.
I was gonna say, I think a few snuck then, but man, GG's Ghostly. That's a lot of spike factors. You killed so many of those. I sent so many DDTs, but you got it. Nice, GG's. Alright, Zero, do you want to play? This will be the last game. My game was so laggy. I bet. That was a lot of crap happening. GG's. You'll be on your phone. Okay, so we'll do one. Here's the code. Last game of the day. I need to go eat like a proper meal after this is done. I'm like spacing out. This is bad. It doesn't help that like after the stream's done, I have to go back and rewatch my stream and pull out all the clips and pull out all the topics I talk about. It's kind of why I asked for your guys' help in Discord. But
Rise. Feel nature's wrath.
all right. Okay, GG's. That's it for the stream today. You guys are great. I'm just kidding. Wrong loadout. I see. What are my farms looking like? Oh, yeah. I see. What's the other tower I'm working on? Yes, okay. Interesting. How much XP does Oben have? You better have just an absolute crap ton. Yeah, you do. The problem is I just don't have the cash to buy them all. Okay, so I can probably stop using Oben then. We'll probably go Quincy. And bomb farm tack to troll. I mean, did you see my loadout, Zero? It's not like I have the most. Why is this a thing? Oh, are they getting ready to like have multiple pages of heroes? Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare, especially since it's gonna be like normal heroes and then their counterparts. I would make it like Quincy, Cyber Quincy, Gwendolyn, Scientist Gwendolyn, etc. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Quincy, that's what I said. Yes, chat, I did write this game. Oh my goodness. Zero, I'm just gonna take a nap while you play. I'm just kidding. Imagine if I did that. Oh, that'd be so rude. Come on, Quincy, hold the line. I'm counting on you. Ugh. I also didn't sleep well last night, so I got back from the same group I'm gonna do D&D with. We sometimes get together, play Magic. I suck at Magic. These guys just have been playing for years, and they invited me. I'm like, sure. I played Magic once or twice as a kid. I don't do too bad. But anyways, so we played that, and then we talked a lot about the new D&D stuff because it's the same group, right? One of them was the DM, so I was talking to him about some my ideas for the character and what would be allowed and whatnot. But we were out till about midnight. I didn't end up getting to bed till about 1. So I didn't wake up till like 10 o'clock. So I'm exhausted. Hey, Aiden. Sorry I'm late. I had school. No worries. The stream's almost over. We're on our last game, but you can chill for a bit. Tomorrow, though, I'm going to do another Bloons stream, so if you want to still 1v1, you'll have that chance tomorrow. But how have you been? I'm actually shocked you still have school. Why do people still have school? Why aren't you all out? I feel like everyone's already graduated, or like their school's done. Right? Is that just not the norm? Actually, let's start working on getting... Let's at least get one marketplace up, just to get that economy going. And then we'll increase that attack speed, because defenses are kind of needed. We're okay, though. I'm a little worried about leads, but we do have the fire arrow. Alright, there's the worry. Come on. Ignored that. I accidentally hit a screenshot. Oops. Let's see if that deals with my leads. It's a lot cheaper option than super. Does not deal with camo leads though, but as long as he doesn't send that, I think. Oh! What happened? Did you disconnect, Zero? You are on your phone, so that... Hey, Pressure Man. Oh, GG's. Alright, I do not have the energy to keep going, but we will be back tomorrow at the same time to do more Bloons. A lot of you guys who are coming in, like Pressure, Aiden. Sorry you guys came in right at the end, but we'll do this again tomorrow, and we'll have spots then. It won't be a school day, it's going to be a Saturday, so if you have work or school, hopefully you can make it. But I had fun. We had a lot of good things to chat about. Had some good games. But you guys are great, and I'll see you tomorrow with some more Bloons. Bye.